that another LS?
It is another LS.
What are we doing with another LS?
Well, we did say that we weren't going to be a channel that's all about LSs, but we figured we might squeeze just one more in. The LSQ's gone now, and we're having a little bit of withdrawal symptoms. So we're like, you know what? Let's get another LS, because it just so happens that a friend of ours wants to stick an LS into something that an LS was never meant to go into. So we thought, sure, we'll give it a go. And no, it's not a Ford, and no, it's not a Holden, but bear with us, because it will be awesome. I promise you that. All right, Nathan, so what are we driving?
We're driving a 1991 BMW E30 Series 2!
Alright, so a little bit about this car. This car is owned by a friend of ours, Liam. Now Liam is a professional BMX rider and quite a good professional BMX rider as well. Pretty handy on a bike, but as well as that, he's actually pretty handy on a welder.
Yeah, he's a great welder.
So he's a professional welder and fabricator, and he has put together a little bit of a package for us, or a bunch of goodies that we are going to transplant into this car.
Yep.
Including that glorious LS1. And driving this car as it is at the minute with an LS1 in it, I can only imagine what that's going to feel like.
We won't be on the road. We'll be on the grass. Let's talk about the drivetrain. So we've got obviously our big LS1. Hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot more of these, maybe with big turbo strapped to the side, maybe with supercharger, maybe with 2 turbos. But anyway, for this one, our power to weight ratio is going to be pretty crazy already.
Power weight ratio in this is going to be ridiculous.
This is a LS1. It's been rebuilt. It's got a mild cam and it's got a valve spring upgrade. That's enough for what this car's going to make.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been absolutely caked in silver paint. Lovely. And she's going to do the job fine. Next, the gearbox. We're working with some good stuff here. Got a TR6060 out of a VE Commodore, and it's been rebuilt and all painted up. Liam's building a shifter at the moment for it. It's got all brand new, I don't even know what you call that, because I'm used to torque converters.
Hydraulic clutch. That's the hydraulic throwout.
That's the hydraulic throwout. I'm too used to either the cable one out of Michelle's car or a big unit here that sucks up all your horsepower. So that's what we've got going into this thing, and it's going to be a little transformer that could.
Yeah.
It's going to really boogie. Alrighty, so that's it for the drivetrain. Let's see what we're going to be putting this body on.
We're pretty fortunate that Liam, being the fabricator that he is, has been able to put all this together basically without even setting it up on the car yet. So hopefully it fits. We assume it's going to fit. But he's done all the hard work for us basically, and he's going to get involved obviously in putting all this in as well too, because it is just so custom. There's not an inch of this suspension setup that hasn't been toyed with. We will be running an R34 diff. I think it's an R200 running 411s, if you can believe it. Because traction was not going to be big enough issue already, I guess. I don't know. So we have BC Racing coilovers with Hillside strut bar. It's had Hillside strengthening kits put through it as well too. I think that's what these plates are here. Big sway bar, I don't know what that's off, but it looks cool. He says he still needs to weld like the back of the diff into the frame somewhere or something. I don't know. He's going to do all that.
Yeah.
The good thing is, well, as good a welder as we think we are, he thinks he's a better welder, and look, he probably is, seems though that's what he does for a living. So all the welding is going to be him for this job, not us. We're not trusted for that. So, up front, there's a fair bit going on here. This is an E46 purple tag steering rack. I don't know what that means. He just told me that's what it is.
Maybe when you buy it, it has a purple tag hanging off it.
I don't know. I've got no idea. Engine mounts, he's making them custom. Obviously being a fabricator, he has the ability to do that. All this is being strengthened as well too with reinforcing plates through the K-frame itself. BC coilovers, again, Hillside strut bar or strut brace. The brakes are RX7 FD calipers, and he's running VW rotors. It's a bunch, this thing is like a Frankenstein of a little bit everything basically. The amazing thing is just how much research Liam has actually done into figuring out what fits into this thing and how this is actually going to work. It's made our job really easy because we would have no idea where to even begin with this. Would you like to take us for a tour of our Bmw E30?
Welcome to not my crib.
Have you ever dealt with an E30 before?
Nope. I hate European cars. You know why?
Why?
Because the stupid throttle pedal, it hinges from the bottom.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it really? Oh, it does too.
I just find it so weird.
I'd never noticed that until
I
you
drove
just
a
said that.
BMW, not one of these, but once before, and it hinges from the bottom, and I'm like, what is this sorcery? Like, you know, you're used to the pedal going like this.
Yeah.
But then this thing goes like this. You know, like, hello.
You know what else is cool about this as well too?
What? Ah,
Sunroof.
so it's got a sunroof, so
And
you
it
can
works
burn
too.
your scalp.
You know what the good thing he's done to
It's a
it?
pretty good car.
The Toyota 86 seat.
Yeah, so it's got 86 seats in it.
How good
And
does it feel?
These are really comfy seats. You know, it's got some pretty sick features. It's got billet door handle winders.
Well, it has one billet door handle winder.
One, the other one's not there. But yeah, you know, like they're pretty wicked. It's pretty plain Jane in here.
There is one big problem with it.
What?
What you're touching right now.
The toothbrush?
No, the auto.
Oh, the auto. Yeah, not gonna lie, a manual would be heaps funner in this car.
Yeah.
So we're ditching the slug box and
We're going to a stick.
yeah, all exposed.
Well, the seat's out of a later model M3, he said. And
Oh,
he said
okay.
it fits, but
Does it though?
does it?
see.
Yeah. I think you just pulled the seat out. Can you get your foot in there?
I'm like riding a lowrider. You know, you got to have your legs out. This is worse than my patrol with a roll cage in the boot.
You look comfy.
Oh, my ankle. I'm twisted. Get me out. Okay, so that fits really well. So much room and comfort back there. If you have a 2-year-old.
It's not a big car, is it? It
Nah,
is
they're
a
a
really
very small
tiny
car.
car.
It is a 4-door. 2-door would be Mickey. But, you know, 4 doors for more.
Means you
peoples.
got more friends.
Exactly right. 4 doors for more friends.
So it's a Beamer, so of course it has to have the BBS wheels. Do you know what I noticed too about these BBS wheels? See the Allen key?
Oh my god, they're not on the other
They're not on
side.
this wheel.
I was looking at them because when you were like, oh, BBMs, I'm like, yeah, they're fake because I noticed there's no pole.
Yeah. How do you do that? They've been broken. I don't even know how you get them off. Like, anyway, they look cool. From a distance, they look cool.
Yeah, that's it. It's only from, it's what do they call it?
Good from afar, far from good.
Perfect.
But it is a really cool
No,
little car.
It's a really it's a cool, clean little car.
And like, you know, it's rough, but it still presents well. It looks cool. The stance on it looks unreal because of the big wheels on it. It's gonna look even cooler once we're done with it, I reckon. This is a 30-year-old car.
Really?
Yeah, it's 1991.
Wow.
So it's crazy when you think about it that way.
It's good for a 30-year-old car, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Should we look under the bonnet?
Yeah, let's do the
Figure
bonnet.
out where we're gonna squeeze this LS into.
What the hell did you do there?
Well, the BMW badge was missing, and it was just like this big chrome dish, and it was just my OCD. It was killing me. I had to cover it with something.
You know what? We're just going to leave that till he gets a new one.
Yeah, exactly. That can stay there until Liam gets a new one. Hey, look! I found the window winder.
So if you need to get max airflow, you just pop your hood.
The forward hinge is cool. There's more engineering in this bracket system than there is in my 253. It is a 4-cylinder. That's as much as we really know. 1.8 litre.
Carton of milk.
But it's cool.
Michael, don't sound so excited about it.
You know, it's a running driving car. So the things that we have to do actually, the battery needs to be relocated, so that's going into the rear. The engine's obviously coming out, and the LS will then sit in here. Thermo fans, radiator, which he's already got. Biggest thing that we're going to do, and I reckon the thing that we're going to have the most trouble doing, because it's just going to be tedious, is this brake booster right here. Can't go there with an LS. It has to go underneath the dash, and it goes this way. So like, the rod goes that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's already a weird setup, because if you look at it, what do you notice right now, Nathan, about the fact that the booster is here?
Well, I already know, but what does everyone else know? Tick tock, tick tock, tick It's on the wrong side.
Yeah, the brake pedal is on that side of the car, and yet the booster is here. So somewhere in this dash, there's a bunch of linkages that do things and push things and go that way somehow. So yeah, we've just basically got to figure out how to go in there. There is a kit that Liam has bought, and apparently you just got to modify it a little bit because we're putting in a booster from a VE Commodore. Hopefully that'll fit. But the rod goes that way, so I don't know how it's going to work, but it has to happen apparently.
It's really comfortable and it handles good. It's not fast at all. I think my patrol could beat it,
But it actually could be a daily. Like I could daily.
look at the AC going right now, man.
Actually, yeah, it does have AC. You know what I noticed before? Watch this. Look at the AC button when you turn it on. Where is it? Watch. AC button, turn it on. It goes blue.
Holy, you wouldn't even think that.
I know.
Do you think it's a black button?
I know.
That's cool.
Blue lives matter. Oh, that goes orange.
That's cool. Flashy.
Ooh, I always loved these clocks too.
The clocks are cool.
Yeah.
It's like one of those retro clocks where you're like, oh, what's the time? I'll just look at my phone.
Retro clocks that even analog. It's got spirit.
Yeah.
Like it wants to go fast.
It wants to go fast.
It wants an LS. And it wants a manual.
Yeah, it wants a manual.
If it was a manual, actually, it'd be a zippy little car, I reckon.
Yeah, bloody oath.
So one of the craziest things is about us actually reviewing this today is today literally Mighty Car Mods put up a video talking about their new project car, which is a Bmw E30. The day that we're filming this. We've been organising this for what, like months, trying to get this car ready and get ready to go, and the day that we go to film this, Mighty Car Mods do the same thing. So it's going to be awesome to see what they do.
It is going to be interesting to see what they do.
What are the chances of all cars at the same time? It's hilarious. So we didn't copy them.
We had this planned a long time ago.
Yeah.
Or Liam did.
Yeah, Liam did. Show us the back, the econo gauge.
That's off the pedal.
Yeah. 20 litres for 100k.
That's cool, that. I like it.
It is cool. Well, now that you've driven it, what do you think of it?
I love it. It's a freaking grouse car.
Do we need to put an LS into it, or just leave it as is?
No, it needs an LS.
Give us a rev. How does this thing sound? She blows a little bit of black smoke.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, that's the build. This is the new build. I know it's not what we would normally do, not that we have much as precedence, but it's funny because someone only asked us in the episode, in the question and answer video, will we do something European? Here we are. Only a couple of weeks later. Yeah, we thought we'd squeeze this one in, but I think it's going to be an exciting build.
It's going to be a really fun build. It's not our normal stuff.
Nah.
So, hold on.
Yeah, so Liam will be heavily involved with this because everything is so custom. He has to figure out how everything goes in, so we'll work with him on that.
But if you like what you see, click the subscribe button, give the video a like and a comment, please. Helps us out a long way. And if you want to support us, head over to the website and check out the website if you want to help support us.
There's plenty of merch on there that you can buy, which obviously all that money then goes into building more projects like this. So yeah, we'll see you in the next episode when we get ripping in and probably do the suspension.
Probably get that in.
Yeah, because that looks too pretty to not go in for the minute.
We'll start with the easy stuff. Leave the hard stuff till last and then regret it later.
As always. Taking a dip for a walk. As you do.
It kind of feels like a gym, doesn't it?
Yeah. It actually looks like it. Go, Brains, all you, all you.
All those kebabs are all you. Oh, yeah.
I knew he'd do it. European.
I'm going to be doing that the whole time.
Yeah. Whoa, tunnel run.
Oh, sounds wicked.
We'll do a skid. trying really hard. How good are dimple dyes? I wish we had
If we had a dimple dye set, every bracket would be dimple dyed.
Oh, 100%.
Not that our brackets need more strength, because our shifter cable brackets could probably hold up a house, but you know, a dimple dye set would really make it.
It would really change everything for us, wouldn't it? Except imagine doing that in this car.
Yeah, this car, it's like... Tree.